Football lovers, it's that time of the week yet again where we embark on an exciting journey together that takes us deep into the soul of African football. In today's trivia question, I simply want to know how many African Nations Cup titles has Samuel Eto'o won? Do you know the answer to that? Do you think you know? Well, let's revisit this question later on the show. But for now, let's talk to the man that has lost 3 points in the World Cup qualifiers from South Africa. SC, welcome to the show.
I think you're taking my turn right now in smiling inside, eh?
No, I'm not. I'm just welcoming you to the show, SC.
It's great to be here.
How are you coping with the loss of 3 points?
No, I'm not coping. 3 goals, 3 points gone. Really disappointing from the administration in the SAFA house. They need to get their house in order. We can't continuously be finding ourselves playing with calculators, man. I mean, the team is doing well. Hugo Bruce has built a very strong team. Irrespective who comes into the team, it's a solid team. So to be faced with administrative issues such as this, it's quite poor.
But was the punishment too harsh? Lesotho now given 3 points, winning 3-0 against South Africa because of the Teboho Mokoena debacle. Do you think it was too harsh? And also fined 10,000 Swiss francs.
I don't think it was too harsh. I mean, this is what FIFA does. You know, I think Nigerians would know it very well. It's literally what happens when teams don't follow the rules of the game, and South Africa didn't follow the rules of the game. And if you say it's too harsh, let's ask the question to the Lesotho delegates to say, guys, what do you think of this? They should be celebrating more than the Nigerians, you know. At least they've got 3 points, even though they didn't work for it. But if we look into this thing, it's a FIFA disciplinary committee which sanctioned the country for breaching Article 19 of the FIFA FDC and Article 14 of the FIFA World Cup 2026 preliminary competition regulations. And South Africa did not adhere to this by fielding Teboho Mokoena, you know, when he was not supposed to be fielded against Lesotho in March. So this is the sanction that comes through. Punishment, 3 points gone, 3 goals against us, and it opens the group quite interestingly enough.
Yeah, so one of the most purchased items in Nigeria was certainly a calculator at so many supermarkets around the country. Everybody thinking the Super Eagles still stand a chance of competing to this World Cup next year. Now, what does a team like Nigeria still need to do? What does a team like Bafana Bafana and Benin still need to do? Rwanda's still in there with a chance.
Let's talk about Nigeria. Look, Nigeria can win both their games. They'd have to get South Africa and Benin to lose both those games as well, which is a far-fetched ideology or methodology to think of, you know, when you look at it. I don't think that's going to happen. But for Benin, the possibilities are right there. Hypothetically, should Benin win both their games and South Africa lose both their games or lose one of those games, it puts them in pole position, you know, without even needing calculators in this one, because by points margin, they'll be through. But if both teams, which is Benin and South Africa, win both their games, it means that it goes to a goal difference situation. So South Africa needs to score more goals against Zimbabwe and Rwanda as well. So Benin, in this case, are very much pole position if you look at it.
In the pole position, well, South Africa is going to be in action against Zimbabwe and Rwanda on the 10th of October and on the 14th of October, respectively. Right here on the FA show, we've got you covered. Now let's move on to the CAF Confederation Cup.
Yeah.
Okay, whatever you do, don't ask me about Asante Kotoko versus Kwara United. It was a very stressful match to watch, but eventually Asante Kotoko came out on top.
Yeah.
Which other results impressed you in the first preliminary round, and which fixtures are you looking forward to in the second preliminary round?
Look, it's a quite interesting question that you asked me. You have to look at a team such as Asante Kotoko, as you've mentioned. This is the team that I was going to talk about, by the way. Yeah. You have to look at Stade Tunis, which is from Tunisia. You know, remember, Esperance is also in the CAF Champions League space, but now we're talking Confederation. So you look at that team, very interesting in that one. We have to talk about Stellenbosch, but we'll get to that part as well. Those are the kind of teams I'm looking at. I'm looking at an ASEC Mimosa who did not qualify, you know. You look at that best fixture and you have to be disappointed when you look at how they've turned out. You anticipate this is a team that would come into these stages and really put their best foot forward, but unfortunately it didn't happen for them.
Yes, and I have to give a special shout out to AFAD from Abidjan. who produced one of the standout performances of the preliminary round one.
Yeah.
Basically, they beat a Senegalese side called Generation Fut in a thrilling 5-3 victory. Now, we're looking forward to the second preliminary round of fixtures.
Yeah.
Ashanti Kotoko versus Wydad
What a fixture.
is a game I'm looking forward to.
I'm
Zesco
definitely
United versus Jwaneng Galaxy.
You know what I love about that fixture you just mentioned, Zesco versus Jwaneng. It's a very good fixture when you look at the region of the two teams, and it says that these regions have grown. Botswana has always been trickling with this fixtures, in the CAF space or the CAF Intercup competitions. And when you find a Jwaneng again in this position, it clearly sends out a strong message to say, what, they are here and they want to have such an effect in the African continent, So also Zesco coming back again, very interesting to see Zesco coming back. It's going to be interesting to look at the match.
Yes, and let's look at the South African sides. Kaizer Chiefs, they won their game 5-4. Goalkeeper Brendan Peterson was the hero, and you remember what he did at Moses Mabhida Stadium on the 10th of May 2025. Can we see?
I think Kaizer Chiefs is going to struggle going forward, man. You look at this match. It's a match they should have wrapped up, of course, in the first leg, and they didn't wrap it up. They come into the second leg and they struggle much. If you look at it in terms of an overall type of play, and you verse their game in their league versus the Intercup competition, which is the CAF Confederation Cup, it was too mediocre for me when I look at it. I think they need to go back into the drawing board. Maybe it's the effects of losing Nabi. We're not sure if they even lost Nabi. So it's probably that playing in their players' mind psychologically. They're trying to adjust to the new coaches, but the new coaches were already there. So I look at that fixture and I'm like, Kaizer Chiefs going forward, they might just struggle.
SC, hold that thought, because we just need to give the viewers just that appetizer for now. After this short water break, we'll be back with more discussions on one of CAF's most prestigious competitions. You don't want to miss it. Stay tuned.